Beloved heart, I invite you to sign up to my mailing list, and as a result of signing up, you will get a free gift. It's a 5D rebalance tune up of all these chakras, and chakras are my specialty. So I would love to gift you with this transmission that is filled with light language and codes to help you stay balanced and tuned up during these increased frequencies of energy of this ascension, this new earth frequency. So check out the links in the notes of this show. And I look forward to connecting with you. I am sending you love. This is the transfiguration of the new you. Welcome, beloved heart. I'm Monica Bermudez. In this episode, we're going to talk about manifestation and the quantum creation of art, especially now that we are in months that are of ones, which is really about setting intentions and creation. When we are during a new moon, this is when the energy is the most heightened for setting new intentions, which is part of our manifestation. However, manifestation happens every single day. We're always manifesting, and sometimes we're not really so consciously aware that it's happening. Sometimes they happen at a subconscious level. So the intention of this episode is really to be aware of what it is that we are manifesting and creating in our life, because manifestation is another form of creation. We all have a lot of this creative force of energy that is within us. And so it's time for us to really start embracing this, especially with a lot of the frequency and the vibration that is pulsating and increasing even more so through the months and years to come, as things are very much accelerated and they are in the quantum field, in the quantum realm, which means that it's much faster pulsating and there is more awareness in this as well. So manifestation is something that I personally have been working to really make it more concrete and more like a formula. So I'll share some of the keys in here. But this is something that I've been really emphasizing and teaching in a lot of my group programs, especially during the Multiversal Circle of Creation, that I really emphasize and teach in a lot of my work and a lot of my group programs. And certainly it's going to be a big part for this month as well, as we move into like the end of 2025 and step into like 2026 is going to be crucial to understand these keys and to understand, a way to apply these in your life. So these are more like my take, my personal way of looking at it, what's worked for me as well, and what's also worked for my clients. So today we're stepping into this quantum field, the invisible realm where energy becomes matter, thought becomes form, and imagination collapses into reality. Manifestation isn't about control, it's about co-creation, aligning and embodying your inner frequency with the field of infinite potential that already contains everything you desire. You're not asking the universe to give you something, you're allowing yourself to remember that it already exists. And that is so key because it already does exist and it is in the present moment, in the now, that you're anchoring it in. It is a science and a bit to it. I would say, it's like a quantum science of consciousness and being that conscious awareness of this. At the subatomic level, everything is just pure energy. Your thoughts, emotions, beliefs are vibrational signals that interact with the quantum field in intelligent responsive matrix of infinite potential. So when we talk about manifesting, we're talking about how to align your frequency with the energy of what we desire and let the field reflect it back. So there are 6 quantum keys to this mastery, and that is 1, visualization, discipline, determination, persistence, letting go, and trust. So getting into the visualization of this, the first one, which is a programming is a programming that is occurring in the quantum field. Visualization is not daydreaming. It's really like a frequency code, especially when you are focusing your intention on it, like putting all your awareness to it in a very focused intention. And especially when you come in groups, it becomes even sharper. So, in the quantum physics, observation influences reality. The moment that we focus on a potential, we begin collapsing the potential into a form. So, your mind is like this projector, and the quantum field is the screen that is portraying this. So, as you close your eyes, for instance, if you want to try an experiment, you want to see your desired reality not as something that is distant, but as something that is currently in that frequency, in that current frequency that you are tuning into right now. Feel the outcome in your nervous system. Nervous system is so key right now. And this is something that I want to touch upon as well, because I feel like it gets very rattled for every new frequency that we align, or every new frequency that is coming through the planet right now. I personally have been feeling it myself too. So let your body be the transmitter of the signal. This already exists. This is already me. So you want to say that this already exists, and this is already me. This is already now, and it's here. So the clearer and more emotionally coherent your vision, the faster the field of organizes around it. So you're not forcing reality, but you're instructing the energy with precision, with accurate precision. So that in essence is the visualization part of it. Number two, it's about discipline, stabilizing your frequency. The quantum energy responds to consistency. Every time you meditate, affirm, or declare, or take line action, you reinforce a signal in the field. And I'm all about declarations because it really just solidifies it and makes it more of an embodiment of it to really declare it to yourself. Discipline isn't control, it's really about the coherence. So when your energy is stable, the quantum field mirrors stability back through the synchronicity and alignment. Each moment you choose awareness or reaction over reaction, intention over autopilot, you're training your nervous system to stay attuned to higher frequency of states. Your daily devotion is a form of quantum calibration. So you're not working for your manifestation, you're maintaining a resonance with it. Number three is determination. So the coherence of the willpower. Determination is the energy that keeps your signal clear when external reality hasn't yet really shifted. So in the quantum model, there is always a time delay between energy and form. The field is rearranging itself according to your dominant vibration, not your fleeting emotions. Determination is what keeps you from collapsing your wave too soon. When challenges arise, they're not proof it isn't working. They're part of the energetic reorganization. So keep your heart coherent, your vision alive, and your will aligned. Your electromagnetic field will eventually override physical resistance. Unlock your limitless potential with the monthly Multiversal Circle of Creation. This sacred quantum manifestation ritual will awaken your inner power and connect you to the successful versions of yourself across the multiverse. Clear blocks, amplify your creative energy, and set powerful intentions for abundance, love, and possibilities. Activate your galactic aspects, recalibrate your nervous system, and manifest your dreams with cosmic clarity. Available in person and via Zoom. Join us for this transformative experience today. Number four, persistence. Momentum in the field. Persistence is sustained vibration over time. It's the law of resonance in action. Whatever frequency you hold long enough, reality must reflect that same frequency. So in the quantum field, nothing is ever wasted. Every meditation, every affirmation, every declaration, every proclamation, every choice of love over fear builds momentum. And I know this is very challenging right now, especially when things are being pulled from under our feet, like the rug being pulled, and we're, shifting at a very fast change, like all of a sudden, and it feels like things just collapsed, and there's a much accelerated loss, I would say. So it's just it's hard to be with it, and we're so used to the survival mode, for eons now. And so that's really what's happening with these new energies, that we are shifting, we're being rewired into these new fast pulsating frequencies and vibration, which is moving more towards that creative force of energy. And so it's a recalibration that is happening to our nervous system, and it's making it, it's almost like this whole resistance back and forth. So this is where persistence comes in, persistence of staying in that frequency, that, really having that intention, that focus to really shift it when you are feeling that. I know I've been having a lot of different ego deaths, I would say, and I feel it a lot in my solar plexus. This year in particular, 2025, has been tremendous, and I know that so many are really going through this as well. So when you persist, you remain in that dialogue with the universe. You're saying, I believe even when I can't yet see. So there's, because so many unknowns, right? So you say to yourself, I believe in even when I can't yet see. So in the field response, then I will show you more to believe in, because you're believing. If you're setting the intention of believing, then you are already like putting that resonance out there in the quantum field. I know, like in there's a human capacity in our saying, right? We have a saying is that I will believe it when I see it. But let's change that narrative and that story to say that I believe and I see it. And so by being in that resonance, saying that I believe, and it's a matter of also keeping our hope alive and keeping our faith, but it's a faith that is not necessarily associated to any religion, right? This is neutral. It's an energy that's always been known, frequency that is part of the universe. So persistence turns invisible energy into visible evidence. And then the fifth one, which is the letting go. And this is a quantum leap of surrender. So here's the paradox of this, right? You must be energetically clear about your desire, about what you desire, and simultaneously detach from how it unfolds. So in the quantum terms, attachment keeps the wave collapsed. Letting go releases resistance, allowing infinite possibilities to reorganize around your intention. This was one of my most hardest things for me to like really try to master. So to me, it's like a form of mastery, a form of like mastering the energy around this. And so it just takes a matter of that persistence as well. So in other words, if you feel that, we're getting attached again to what the outcome and when is it going to arrive, how is it going to arrive, if we become just even aware of that, then we can again just set the intention and just let it go. So when you fixate on the how or when, you're locking the energy into the limitation. So when you release the control, you allow source intelligence to orchestrate outcomes beyond your conscious mind, beyond our human capacity could ever imagine. So, and it all just really starts with that believing in that. And I believe there is, some people who talk about the placebo effect, right? There's that whole thing about the belief. So, taking the placebo effect, I'm healed, and they just become healed when it's really not even like any medicine. It's just like something that's not even like a medicine pill or anything like that. And it has really nothing but just like water or something else. And people are just instantly healed that way. So that's what, a lot of scientists and studies have found, is that the study in the belief system and what you believe is really anchoring that in for you, and that letting go as well. So letting go is not passive, it's a powerful neutrality. It says, I trust the field to do what my ego cannot. That's when quantum leaps happen, when your vibration becomes lighter than your doubt. And the final one, the final big key in all of this is trust. The quantum signature of faith, which I was just touching upon just a few seconds ago, a few minutes ago. Trust is the highest frequency of creation. It holds the energy of certainty before proof. In the quantum language, trust is coherence between your heart and your mind, the emotion and belief vibrating as one. That's when your electromagnetic field becomes a magnet for miracles. Trust says the universe is not testing me, it's tuning me. Every delay is divine calibration. Every detour is data for expansion. When you trust, you step into this quantum alignment, the sweet spot where effort meets grace and the unseen becomes seen. And part of, why we may feel attachments to certain outcomes of the how and when is because there is an underlying aspect that has to do with distrust. And is this distrust, right, that is based on personal experiences that may have happened in this lifetime. And a lot of the things that happen in this lifetime is not a coincidence either, because they're usually a continuation from previous lifetimes. As I had one of my special guests here, my hypnotherapist. You haven't checked out the episode, definitely, I highly recommend it, where it talks about stories of like hypnotherapy and some of the stories, the lives, the people play out in parallel, that they are a continuation of previous lifetimes as well. And it's all just part of a completion and a lesson. It's not intended to be in punishment at all. A lot of the things that we are dealing with and all the challenges are really just to learn from it. And in that learning, it's really expanding us at a whole other level of mastery. Because remember, this is an Earth school, but it is an Earth school that I would say is at a PhD level advanced. And so, everybody's is learning to be a master in their own way. And I would say like a light master in that way. So, beloved, manifestation isn't about convincing the universe to give you something. It's about remembering that you are the universe, a conscious expression of the same creative intelligence that births galaxies. So visualize with feeling. Discipline your energy through devotion. Stay determined and persistent as the field rearranges, and then let go and trust. Because in the quantum field, your desire already exists in this present moment, in this now, just as you're setting that intention, if you're keeping that focus in the now moment. You're simply aligning to the version of you who is already living it. And when the alignment clicks, reality shifts itself instantly. And it is, to me, like magic. And so it is, and so it's done. And so I do hope that this was very useful to you. Would love to hear your comments on it. And I will catch you in the next episode. So sending you love and wishing you well in your journey of manifestation. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like, save, and share with others so they can also experience what you just experienced. And stay tuned for some more high vibe episodes. And I'll be connecting with you in the next quantum field. Sending you so much love.